Take your ruler and place it across the center of your landscape paper, and then using your lead pencil, dot anywhere along the top of the ruler. This will be called your vanishing point. Draw a line above your ruler that moves up and down because we're drawing a rocky landscape in the distance. Okay, I'm going to explain what your dot or vanishing point means. When you look at a landscape with a path, a road, or train tracks, the parallel lines appear to move closer together as you look into the distance, almost as though they disappear. So find your dot that you drew earlier, and you're going to draw a path coming out of that dot, slowly getting larger and larger. Let's add some grass along your path, and as you get further into the distance, your grass is going to get smaller and less detailed because you can't see that far. And because we're in the Blue Mountains, let's add some mountains in the background. So I'm going to do one, then one slightly behind it, then I'm going to draw one in between these, behind these two, one up here, and one more on this side. Let's add some grass on this side of the path as well, getting smaller and smaller as it goes into the distance. Okay, now grab your dark blue and light blue pencils. Starting with your dark blue, this is the closest mountain to us, so we're going to colour it in as darkly as we can with the blue pencil. The one next to it is a little bit further back, so you're going to press a little bit lighter when you colour in with the same dark blue pencil, so it's a shade lighter. Give your mountain more shape. You can add some lines coming down and shade outward from that. So by shading, I mean adding dark pencil and then pressing lighter and lighter with your pencil as you move away from the lines that you've drawn. This step adds more shape and depth to your mountains. We'll probably only do this to the first couple of mountains because they're the closest ones to us. And as we work on the mountains behind, we're going to shade lighter. We're going to add less and less detail the further back the mountain is. Swap over now to your light blue pencil. You're going to press as hard as you can, so it's a really dark shade of this light blue. You can add a little bit of detail and shading, but not quite as much as the mountains in front. I want this mountain over here to look like it's further back behind these three here. So I'm pressing a little bit lighter. I'm adding only a little bit of shading. This mountain here is supposed to be very far off into the distance. So I'm only going to add some really light colour on it. Take a pink or a red pencil and you're going to shade from dark to light above the mountain tops as though the sunset is glowing behind them. Starting just above the darkest band of your pink colouring in, shade with a yellow pencil. We're overlapping the colours here, so you should get a nice band of orange in your sunset. Next we move on to your green pencils, starting with the dark green. So we're going to do the same thing that we did with the mountains. We're going to start with dark up close and then we're going to have a lighter green in the distance. And we'll overlap them like we did with the sunset. Next time you go out for a walk or you're in the car, have a look for the vanishing point if you're on a pathway or a road. And also have a look if you've got mountains in the distance. Are they darkest up close getting lighter and fuzzier the further into the distance. It doesn't always look like this in real life, depending on where the sun is, what angle you're looking from. However, it's a great illusion to add perspective to your artworks. Finish off your colouring in your own style. I'm going to come from different angles with my colouring to add some extra texture to the grass.